Alright, YouTube. My name's Tyler. Welcome back for another deck tech. This one is my modern zoo deck. I really like playing this deck, so we'll just hop right into basic lands. 1 mountain, 1 plains, 2 forest. I run 4 basics. A lot of zoo decks only run like 2 or 3 at most. I like running 4 because I play around Path, I play around Ghost Quarter. If they run 4 Path and a Ghost Quarter, you're pretty screwed either way. Moving on to non-basics. These are probably completely wrong. I run 3 Wooded Foothill, 1 Windswept. Probably going to take out 2 Shocklands, mainly 1 Temple, 1 Stomping for 2 more. Just because I don't need a lot of mana to run. So, as of this point, I run 4 Stomping Ground, 2 Sacred Foundry, and 4 Temple Gardens. My creature base is the biggest part of the deck. It's a lot of low drop, big stuff to beat in. 2 Goblin Guides. A lot of people disagree with it, but I don't care because of this creature. 2 Thalias. Now, Delvers and Control decks are everywhere in Modern. This kind of just makes me win a little bit quicker because they can't cast their stuff. 2/1 First Strike is not bad. Thalia is a great card. Voice of Resurgence. I chose Voice of Resurgence over Tarmogoyf. Why? Because of the utility of Voice and the price is, like, I think it's $170 more for a Tarmogoyf. So, it's a good reason to run Voice over Tarmogoyf. Main part of the deck is Wild Nicodle. It's a 1-drop 1/1, but as long as you control a mountain, it gets +1/+1. As long as you control a plains, it gets +1/+1. So basically, when I play it, it's a 1-drop 3/3. Because with 1 Sacred Foundry and a green mana source, you're fine. Stomping Temple Garden, it's a 3/3. Because it doesn't say basic type. It just says mountain or plains. So, moving right on along. The other 2 1-drop creatures that are kind of similar. Loam Lion, it's a 1 white mana for a 1/1. As long as I control a forest, it's +1/+2. You're on 4 of it. Forest is by far your most common type. So basically, it's a 1-drop 2/3. Curate does the same thing in red. Now, this card, Hooting Mandrills, it's a new one from Khans of Tarkir. It's a 6-drop 4/4 trample with Delve. So basically, in my deck, it's a 1-drop 4/4 trample. This card, I've debating replacing with Brimaz, the Kitty King, basically, from Born of the Gods. Not entirely sure. I'm going to proxy him up, see what happens. If it works better, I'll spend $50 to get him. Now, non-creature based spells, you're on Path, you're on Bolt, you're on Lightning Helix, and you're on Boris Charm. Boris Charm just gets in there with the 4 damage to their face, protects your field from Anger of the Gods, or I'll show you another cool combo in a little bit. Now, Lightning Helix and Lightning Bolt. That is a lot of controversy with my deck on the way I use them. I use them to remove things in my way. A lot of people say I should just burn their faces, but whatever. Now, this guy I don't use as a creature. I use him for his Blood Rush ability. His name is Gore Clan Rampager. Basically, when I declare attack, I wait for them to declare blocker, and I can give something +4/+4 in trample. The trample part's the more important part. I don't really care too much about the +4/+4. It's really nice to have, though. Now, if I have 4 mana up, colors hopefully being right, I can swing with a creature, give it +4/+4, and then with Boros Charm last ability, give it double strike as well. So I'm hitting for like 16, 17 damage with trample overall. Path, straight removal. I don't care how much lane they really have. How this deck really works is you play creatures, you beat their face. Not much really to it. Now, sideboard, you can get a little more picky on how to play. So we'll move right along to sideboards. I run 2 Suppression Field, 2 Gataki, 2 Ancient Grudge, 2 Choke, 1 Shatterstorm, 1 Rest in Peace, 1 Pyroclasm, 2 Back to Nature, and 2 Torpor Orb. We'll start with Torpor Orbs. These shut down Pod, Restoration Angel, Soul Sister, what have you. And it's only a 2-drop artifact. Exact wording is, let me get it in focus. Creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. So Restoration Angel can't target, Soul Sisters can't gain life, Pod can't pod. It's all good. Back to Nature's 2-drop instant, just destroy all enchantments. Friend recommended this for sideboard. Sees a lot of play against Soul Sisters when they have Honor of the Pure or Glorious Anthem or what have you. Really what it's meant for is like slippery boggle bullcrap. Because I'm just destroying all their enchantments on their single creature and then smashing their face. Now, Pyroclasm. 2 damage to each creature at sorcery speed. Some of you may be questioning why I'm running that when a lot of my stuff gets hurt by it. What I actually get rid of in our deck are Thalia, Goblin Guides, and Voice. Voices don't care if they really die because I get a token. Goblin Guides and Thalia, I sort of care about, but the deck I bring this in for is the most played deck in Modern and Legacy, and is that Delver. It destroys your Pyromancer, Swift Spears, and Delver Secrets, when flipped or not. I only run it as a one-of because it does hurt my deck a lot. I think it's good. Haven't actually tried it yet because at my FNMs nobody plays Delver apparently. Rest in Peace. This is a one-of for a very particular good reason. Its name is Treasure Cruise. They have no graveyard, they can't delve. Just plain simple. There's other combo decks like Gristle Cannon and whatnot that are slowly making their way into Modern, and Tin Fins is the Legacy name for it. Seems pretty good to have just in case. Affinity. How I hate thee. Affinity is one of my toughest matchups just because they beat in for a lot of damage quickly too. Shatterstorm gets rid of everything. Ancient Grudge gets rid of most things that I care about. Shatterstorm is my later game for it. It's a 4-drop, just destroy all artifacts. Ancient Grudges, 1's promo. 2-drop, instant, with a green flashback. So I can use the flashback, and it only destroys 1 artifact. I'm okay with that, actually. Also, against Affinity, you bring in Gatakis. It's a creature body, 2/1. All artifacts have, at the beginning of the upkeep, sack it unless they pay 1. 1 colorless for each artifact. That tends to hurt a lot of Affinity players. At some point or another. If it's out for 2 turns, it's really bad, because then they lose their mana producing abilities, usually. Now, Control is one of my tougher matchups, which these two usually come in for. Choke and Suppression Field. We'll start with Suppression Field. It's a 2-drop enchantment. Activated abilities cost 2 more to activate unless they are mana abilities. So what that really means is Celestial Colonnade costs 7 to animate. I'm perfectly okay with that. And if you can actually manage to get both these two out against a Celestial Colonnade control kind of deck, you pretty much win. This card is called Choke. I didn't really heard of this card until Wedge from the Mana Source mentioned it and what needs to be reprinted in Modern Masters 2, which cannot wait for. I'm so excited. Anyway, it's a 3-drop green enchantment. Islands don't untap during their controller's untap steps. I don't see an island. How about you? No? Yeah. That's stupid. Because Delvers, Control, all my really hard matchups run island. Why? Because they're blue. Blue is stupid. Storm's another one you bring that in for. Because if they can only tap certain mana at certain times, you're okay. So yeah, that's my deck. I really like this deck. I usually have a high winning percentage with the deck. Control and Affinity are really bad matchups for me. Anger of the Gods is like my least favorite card because of this deck, because it just kills everything. And Exile, so I don't get Voice Trigger. Alright, anything you think I could make this deck better? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever. The normal YouTube, whatever. Alright, next time, probably bringing you some Legacy deck tech that I'm working on. May not have my sideboard built at the time, but we'll see. Alright, see ya.